The New York Yankees have an impossible decision to make as they've been stuck in a very interesting spot where Aaron Boone needs to decide what to do with a key New York Yankees position that is not the third base position that everyone's been asking about. Something else that's gone under the radar that the Yankees must figure out with multiple candidates for the final spots for the New York Yankees in regards to that bullpen, and we're going to break it all down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into things as we always do. And guys, if you're enjoying the content and if you are part of that 70% that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, make sure to subscribe. It really helps us out a ton. We're on that grind. We're trying to get to 6K subscribers. We're so close. You guys have been killing it recently. Let's jump in and get to the video, though, because that's what we're here for, as Aaron Boone has a difficult decision to make for the New York Yankees, as their bullpen is shaping up to look pretty solid and be one of the team's strengths as usual, especially now with having a guy in Devin Williams as your closer and also just having Luke Weaver. The Yankees have a very exciting bullpen going into the season, but they have a lot of middle relief guys that they have to figure out spots for, and they don't have spots for all of them, which makes things very interesting for the New York Yankees here. But real quick, guys, I'm super excited to announce that we are kicking off a March Madness bracket for the channel. We've partnered with the Hot Takes app and other Digest channels for this event. It's completely free to sign up. Just download the Hot Takes app, click the March Madness banner at the top, and then under groups, select the Digest Media Pool. This is really exciting as there's over $25,000 in prizes to be won. And since there's a much smaller pool of people participating, there's a real chance in winning big compared to other bracket challenges out there. Check out the link down below or scan the QR code to download the app, and make sure to use the promo code DIGEST in all caps to get exclusive perks when signing in. Again, it's completely free to sign up, and if you have any trouble, feel free to email us at the email down below, and we look forward to seeing you in the March Madness pool. Now, diving into this and breaking down exactly where the New York Yankees are at is important to note here, as Brian Hoke revealed a lot about the team. Now, taking a look at what Hoke mentioned, he said from Aaron Boone, Aaron Boone said this via Hoke, I should say, there's still important days here in camp that we'll continue to evaluate and keep assessing where we are and ultimately what we think is the best decision for the team. I feel like a lot of guys have to this point forced us into making hopefully some decisions. We get a lot of voices in the room and hear what people are thinking, because I think there are some real debates for how to shape the rest of this roster and how it all goes. And Hoke mentioned that 6 of the 8 spots in the bullpen seem to be assured, though that number includes Ian Hamilton and Mark Leiter Jr., both of whom have been slowed this spring due to injuries. Hamilton has resumed facing hitters after dealing with an infection, while Leiter was scratched from a recent appearance due to back spasms. Yondris Gomez, with a 0 ERA, 2 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts in 6 2/3 innings, is out of minor league options and could be used in a multi-inning role. And Jeff Hartlieb, with a 1.5 ERA, 3 hits, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts in 6 innings, has earned praise, with Boone saying the non-roster invitee has jumped out to him, though Hartlieb stumbled on Saturday against the Rays in Port Charlotte, which will definitely have an impact, especially when it's a non-roster invitee for the New York Yankees. Things are going to get real interesting. So that's important to note as well. But you look at things, you look at how everything's shaping out. The Yankees are dealing with injuries, meaning that they would be able to bring 1 or 2 guys up, and then once Mark Leiter Jr. comes back, if he's not ready by opening day, he'll get his spot back. And it is interesting to see how the New York Yankees are planning on shaping this bullpen out, because you look at a guy in Ian Hamilton who's now back throwing at people, and he's been solid for the last 2 years with the New York Yankees. I mean, last season I had 3.82 ERA with a 1.354 whip. I mean, not the greatest season in the world, but not terrible at all. Had 41 strikeouts and 37.2 innings pitched. So he did play well, even had a save in there. So there is a lot to like about Ian Hamilton. He gives you a stable right arm. The Yankees do have a lot of righties, with their only lefty in the bullpen being Tim Hill, who was very solid for the Yankees and obviously will get a lot of burn for the team over this season, as the Yankees made it a point to re-sign him. And Mark Leiter Jr., he struggled last year with the Yankees. He played 60 games entirely, splitting it half between the Cubs and the Yankees, and had a negative .4 WAR, had four wins, 5 losses, 4.50 ERA, and 58 innings pitched, with 86 strikeouts and a whip of 1.328. This is a guy that Matt Blake is going to want to figure out, because you look at Leiter, and he pitched 58 innings and had 86 strikeouts. So there's a lot there to like about Leiter's game. It's just a matter of finding consistency and allowing less runs, which is important, obviously, because, well, you shouldn't allow runs in baseball. It's a hot take, I know, but it's not a great idea. So both these guys are interesting to note, just where they're at right now. I expect both of them to make the roster. On top of that, you have a guy in Colton Brewer, who there's also been news about. But Brewer, he's battling an uphill fight. I mean, 5.66 ERA last season. Career ERA over 5 is not a good sign, with a negative .6 WAR last year in his 20 innings pitched. So he's someone who the Yankees have had interest in as well on their roster. So that will also be a name to look out for. Meanwhile, all that being said, Yoendrys Gomez looks like he likely, because he has that option, will end up back in the minors, but potentially not for long. He's been solid with the Yankees, has not allowed a run in spring training yet, and has a 3.97 ERA from last season with a 3.38 ERA for his career, but almost all his innings that he pitched, all 13 of them, 11 of them were in 2024, so we'll see if Yoendrys Gomez can find his way to the MLB. It would not be shocking to see that. Again, all these righties do make you think that maybe they're going to try to find a lefty instead, which is important to think about because I just figure they will at some point, is my guess, outside of just having Tim Hill. And Colton Brewer, who had a 0.0 ERA with 3 hits, 0 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 7 innings, has looked really sharp according to Boone and could be a fit. So could Brent Hedrick with a 4.7 ERA, 9 hits, 5 walks, 12 strikeouts, and 7 and 2/3 innings, or Yerry De Los Santos, who has a 2.45 ERA, 6 hits, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts in 7 and 1/3 innings, each of whom is on the 40-man roster. Essentially, the New York Yankees have a lot of different ways they can go with things, as we could see based off all these numbers, and it is interesting to see what's going to happen here, with Aaron Boone saying, you got to factor in everything. The start of the season is always a little tricky with not being able to access the 40-man roster right away. Pitchers who are optioned to the minor leagues cannot be recalled for 15 days unless they're replacing an injured player. So that goes into decisions around the bullpen too. On some level, you're factoring in all that while obviously wanting the best. You got to win, but there are moving parts to all of it, which is kind of the reaction he's giving, saying if someone gets optioned, it doesn't mean their season's over with the Yankees. It just means right now is over because we have to just allow guys who have options to sometimes use them. And this also will be related to a bunch of other things as well when it comes to hitting. The Yankees are going to use guys with options, and this, what it comes back to is the idea of Carlos Carrasco pitching over Will Warren, which just seems absolutely insane to me. However, it does feel like it's going to go that way, as the Yankees do want the extra body out there. They'd rather have 2 guys in Carrasco and Warren on the roster entirely in comparison to only having the one in Will Warren. I think what the Yankees should do is bring up Will Warren, and if you lose Carlos Carrasco because the option, oh well, you'll be fine. The Yankees won't. They're not going to fall apart because they don't have Carlos Carrasco. I don't understand why they're acting like he's just this pitcher that must be on the roster or they're done for. Like, it's a really, really weird thing for the Yankees to do. And it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, because if Carrasco does not pitch well, they're going to call up Warren. They're going to have Warren step in. And they might be doing that. They might be going with Carrasco for the first few weeks, or even just 2 or 3 starts, just so they could have him on the roster and then bring up Will Warren after Carrasco's used his option. I hope that's what they're doing with their insistency to keep Carrasco around and not actually just trying to consistently use him over Will Warren. As I made that video yesterday, I truly believe Warren's a future MLB star, so I do want to see him get his burn as well. But what do you guys think down below? Let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Yankees.